guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Alyssa. Welcome to the family. Today in this video, I will basically be doing kind of like a 2-in-1. So I will be telling you guys the story of how me and AJ met and how we kind of got to be where we are today. And I will be giving you guys on advice that you guys sent me about relationships. So yeah, let's just get started. This part is just the kind of story on how me and AJ met. So from my recollection, I remember if you guys watch my other brain surgery story time, you kind of know why I dropped in math. But I was in accelerated algebra and I got dropped down to normal algebra. So because of that, I moved to an algebra class in Mr. Isho. He was our math teacher, I remember. So I sat in front of this boy and I was like, ooh, I think this boy is really cute. This was freshman me, remember. So I was like, ooh, I think this boy is really cute who's sitting behind me. And then, so I was like, I wonder what his name is and stuff. I don't know, I don't remember how we got to be friends. Oh, I remember how we got to be friends. So I was like, I never really talked to him because I was kind of shy at that point too. And so then I remember this was when Charlie Charlie was going around. For those of you that are too young to remember what Charlie Charlie was, Charlie Charlie was basically just this game that you play with like a paper and a pencil. And you put yes on the top and then no on the bottom. And it's like you ask like something, I think Charlie Charlie, is someone here? Or Charlie Charlie, are you here with us? And then spin the pencil, and if it hits yes, then he's here. If it hits no, then he's not here, you know? And I've never believed in like, well, I believe so, like I have a strong belief about spirits, demons, all that stuff. So I like don't want to mess with that stuff. So since I kind of cared about this boy that sat behind me, I think we were kind of already like, you know, I know he's the boy that sits behind me and he knows I'm the girl that's in front of him. So him, I believe this other girl that was sitting across from us, and someone else, I think our friend Adrian, we were playing Charlie Charlie and he wanted to play and I go, no, don't play, like I don't want you to do that, blah blah, because in my head I was like, dude, I really care about you. I don't want some demon to come and kill you. Like that's like the last thing I need. So I was like, no, don't play. So I got the pencil and I snapped it. Like, what else was I supposed to do? I snapped the freaking pencil. So, or I threw it, or I did something with the freaking pencil. I just didn't want him to play. That was the first time me and him kind of like, I don't know how we like heard like, oh, my name's AJ, my name's Liz. I don't know how that happened. But I remember that happened in math class. And so I had that math class with him and it was just like, okay, freshman year, like I knew in my head like, okay, I'm not gonna straight away jump into like, I want a boyfriend, you know? So he was my friend freshman year. And then sophomore year, I liked him. And I had an art class with him. It was him, me, him, and two of our other friends. And I liked him, and both the two other friends knew that I liked him. So I liked him, and then my best friend at the time, I told her that I liked him, and then she kind of pumped me up to, I'm not a aggressive, I will come up to you first type of person. So she pumped me up and she was like, go up to him, tell him this, and she gave me a whole script to tell him. She was like, go up to him, go do this. And you know, usually when your best friend tells you something, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that, I will go do that right now. So she pumped me up to go do that. And so then he was with all of his little baseball friends at the end of the little lockers, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. And so she was like, I got your back. I'm gonna be right behind you if you need me. So she was like far away enough from us so that we could talk, but she was like behind me so that I know she's there. And then she went with me after school to go talk to him. So I went up to him and I pulled him to the side. This was sophomore year. And then I told him, I was like, hey AJ, like I really like you, and I wanted to know if you liked me back, or like if there's something that you think that there's gonna go on between us, because I don't want to sit here and waste my time, because I really like you a lot and I want to know, so that way, if like in my head I was like, so that way I want to know, like, so if I can like go like someone else, or like not like you, or like you know little me. So I told him that. It was literally the whole script that my best friend told me. And so then he looked at me and he told me no. He was like, no, sorry, I don't like you. I really want to focus on baseball, blah, blah. I don't know, he was probably giving me this long story, but all I heard was no. And so I was like, in my head I was like, oh, I really don't want to like be friends with this boy anymore because he rejected me and stuff. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna keep my cool, just be friends with him for the rest of the year because we have art class together, like whatever. So I told him, I was like, okay, thank you, like I just wanted to know. And so I walked away, and ever since then we were kind of like, it was kind of awkward because I had asked him if he liked me and he told me no, but it was like that awkward tension there, but we were still friends. It was like, you know, that happened. Eventually we got over it. He was still so funny, and I think low-key I still really liked him. I was like, bro, like I want this boy to be my boyfriend. But then again, it was sophomore year. I'm so glad he didn't say yes sophomore year because I was so little. I've still had so much growing to do. But anyways, that's what happened sophomore year. And then junior year, we hung around the same people, but we kind of didn't really talk, and we didn't have any classes together junior year, so we didn't have a reason to talk. And so, but I did do his Spanish homework, which he thinks that he got a worse grade in his Spanish than the last semester because I helped him with his homework and I got the worst grade for him. But he speaks no Spanish, and I somewhat speak Spanish, and I don't know how I could have got a worse grade from him, but whatever. So we didn't really talk junior year, and then senior year we got our math class together again, and it was the same exact teacher, but I think that teacher learned, like, okay, from the last time Adrian, Alyssa, and AJ were talking a lot, so we're not gonna put them together. So he didn't sit us together. I think he sat in the middle, in the front of the class, and I sat on the edge of the middle, the front of the edge of the class, you get me? And Adrian sat on the other edge of the middle of the class. But next to me was my best friend at the time. So, well now, like she's my best friend now still, so like me and her talked a lot. So he had to move us all, and like my other friend Isaiah that I hang out with now too, he was sitting next to me, kind of near me, so like all of us like talked so much. It was like this crazy fun math class, so he had to like separate all of us. It was chaotic. So since we had that math class together, me and AJ kind of got to talking again. We kind of got close again, and then AJ had said that he was going to transfer, and this is when I knew I had liked him, because then I freaked out when he said he was going to transfer, and I was like, no, like don't transfer, AJ, blah blah blah. And this is still senior me. This is literally last year. Like I freaked out over a boy, like oh my god. So I was like, no AJ, don't transfer, blah blah blah. And then he was like, and then it turned out like a week later he was just joking the whole freaking time that he was never gonna transfer. He just wanted to see everyone's reaction. And my reaction was like, no, AJ, don't transfer. And so, yeah, there was that reaction. And then he dropped the math class, so we didn't have a class together, but we still talked all the freaking time. And then, I don't really remember the timeline of this, but I know that somewhere in that senior year, I believe it was in the middle of senior year, me and him, well, I started liking him. I didn't know that he liked me, but I told his best friend that I liked him, and then his best friend, I don't know why I would trust him, but his best friend told him. And so I was like, you know, in my head I was like, I'm not gonna go up to him again, because the last time I got rejected, I learned from that. I'm not gonna do it again. And so then this time, like, he texted me. He was like, hey, I really like you, and I want to know if we can, like, continue a relationship together. Like, we've been hanging out a lot, blah blah blah, I really like you. I don't know, he was just giving me this big old rant, but all I really heard was, I really like you. And so I was like, okay, AJ, let's hang out more, let's get to know each other. So we were friends for 3.5 years before we actually got together. And even when he told me he really liked me, we were just friends for, I think, 4 months after that. And we hung out. We technically weren't just friends, because we hung out every second of the day, and like, we're basically like a thing. So we just didn't have the title, but we were kind of really together. But we were just friends kind of at the time. And we hung out every single second of the day. We obviously had school together, so we were able to like be together 24/7. And then, when was it? December 17th, I remember we went to Victoria Gardens, and then we were shopping for, like, I was shopping for my mom and my dad for Christmas and everyone else, and then he was shopping for his mom and his dad and everyone else for Christmas as well. So we shopped at Victoria Gardens, and then we came to my house, and literally on the floor I'm sitting at, right here in this little area, we were wrapping presents together. We were wrapping our presents, and we were watching Grey's Anatomy. And I remember that's the first episode he ever watched, because I was so into that show. I made him watch an episode of it because I was so into it. So he was like, ooh, what's that? And he was all interested in it too. But we finished wrapping our presents. It was probably around 2 in the morning. He had to go home, and I walked him to his car, and I walked him to his door, and I usually don't. I don't know why. I think I was just so head over heels over this boy that I like walked him to his car. And so when I walked him and we were at his door, he looked at me, and I was like, I hugged him. Like, I was like, okay, bye. And I hugged him, and then I was like walking away, and then, you know those like romantic little things where like he grabbed my hand and he pulled me back, and like I faced him, and he looked at me and he was like, so do you want to officially be my girlfriend? And then I think I didn't like, because usually I'm so smart with like, I'm such a smart ass. Like, I would have said something dumb like, oh, I thought I was already. Like, I would have said something dumb, but I think I was just so like into the moment. I was just like, yes, I do. So that was kind of like how we got together. And yeah, ever since then we have been together now for 1.5 years. Literally the best 1.5 years of my life. And so I literally cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with this boy. Like, I'm just so excited for all of the adventures we're gonna go on, and it's just gonna be a great time, and I cannot wait. But yeah, that is basically how me and him met. So yeah, that's our little love story. And now I'm just gonna answer some of the advice that you guys have, so that you guys can have your love stories too. So this first one said, so I have feelings for someone, but I don't think that the person has feelings for me. What should I do? By the way, I love you so much. And by the way, I love you too. And I think that, honestly, for someone that you have feelings for and they don't have feelings for you, I think that you should just go with the flow and kind of like, you know, feel that person out. Maybe you can like be friends with him and not persuade him, but like be friends with him and like show him your personality and how like good of a person you are, and like how great of a time you would be and how good of a girlfriend you would be. Just be his friend, show him all of those things, and maybe he would eventually like you. Just go with the flow of the way things go, and if it's meant to be, then it'll be meant to be. I like this guy, but he has a girlfriend, and I didn't know at first, so I was talking to him and he seemed like he liked me, but then he told me he has a girlfriend, and I was like, we're cool and stuff, but then we kind of fought and he called me aggressive, so then I blocked him. My best friend told me to. And I just seem to think about him a lot and can't fully get over him. So obviously this boy has a girlfriend, so we kind of have to leave him alone because he does have a girlfriend, and I think that you should be able to respect his relationship. And if you really do like this boy, if he's happy now with this girlfriend that he has now, you should be happy for him. In a relationship, that's always what you want. You want success for your significant other. You want to be happy for them. So yeah, be happy for him. And I know you can't fully get over him. Maybe try things like something you're into, like if you're into reading, if you're into swimming, if you're into singing, doing little hobbies to make you happy. Kind of just working on yourself more than, like, you know, just focusing on him. If you work on yourself, maybe it'll help you get over him. I don't think that I can really tell you how to fully get over him because heartbreaks are always hard, and I think every person heals their heartbreaks differently. And you just need to find your niche of what you can do to help you get over him, or if you're hurt or if anything, you just need to learn how to heal that on your own. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So I need advice about my fiance. He's been acting different lately towards me and treating me wrong, and I don't really know what to do. Because I love him. I do love him so much, and we do have a kid together, but I just wish I could have the old him back. I think in these types of situations, I feel like communication is always the best. Like, you can always talk to him and express to him, you know, I have not been feeling the same. You have not been treating me the same, the way that you used to, and just express that to him, because I mean the last thing you do want to do is like just immediately jump to conclusions and have the relationship end for no good reason, and I don't think that's good at all. So try to communicate with him first, like, you haven't been doing things the same, and if you can't fix this, then I have to go. Like, put up your boundaries as well. Like, I have to go. If things aren't gonna fly this way, like, I'm gonna bounce, like, I'm out. But do communicate with him first and tell him everything that you're feeling, and he should be very understanding of that if he really cares about you as well. This one's a little more specific, but if you're going through something relatable to this, then I think this can also help you. But it says, my junior year in high school, I met a guy, he's a year older. And at college, we both went in for a dental assistant. We're in the talking phase for only 2 months, and then he graduated, so we stopped talking. Around 3 months ago, my freshman year of college, I bumped into him at the gas station. He asked me for my number, so we've been texting every single day. He still has feelings for me, but he's in a relationship of 8 months. He said if I'm serious with being in a relationship with him, then he's willing to break the relationship he's in. I wouldn't want to ruin a relationship. I do like him, and I didn't know he was in a relationship until maybe 4 days ago. I've been kind of dry with him because I don't know how to react. What do you recommend I should do? Well, I think that cheating is never the answer, even if the other person is not happy at all in their relationship. I think that other person, right now, what I think you should do is what I personally would do myself if I were in this situation. I would kind of stop talking to him overall, but not to be malicious because I'm mad, but I'd probably be mad, but I wouldn't stop talking to him because I'd want to be malicious towards him, but I would stop talking to him because I think that he needs time to reflect on his relationship, and that if is not happy at all, he should never turn to going to talking to another girl. He should know how to end that relationship, expressing to her that he just simply has fallen out of love. And if you're that other girl, then you need to respect that he needs to do that first in order to talk to you. Even if it means that it's going to take him a month to, let's say, break off his relationship, and then he's going to need several months after that to even recover from his heartbreak that he's going through. And if you're willing to wait that long for him, then, you know, I think that you're meant to be with him, or not even meant to be with him, that you really care about him and you're, you know, there for him. And yeah, he just needs to do that, and you need to kind of just not go with the flow, but trust in the process, but not be that other girl that cheats. Because I think always being that other girl that cheats, even though he's in the committed relationship, it's his responsibility, but it is also your responsibility to respect yourself as a woman, and you need to kind of just give him his time that he needs and tell him that you need to do what you need to do in order to talk to me, because I'm not going to be that other girl that you cheat on your girlfriend with, because I have more values for me as a woman. So yeah, I think that's what you should do. But that is all the advice that some of you guys have sent in to me. I love giving advice, even though if it's not good advice, I love giving advice. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more from me, then hit subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!